Did you know that a common virus can lead to cancer? That's right, we're talking about HPV or human papillomavirus, a virus more common than you might think, and one with the potential to cause cancer. Human papillomavirus is a widespread virus, primarily transmitted through intimate skin-to-skin contact during sexual activity. This means that anyone who is sexually active is at risk. It's so prevalent that nearly all men and women will get at least one type of HPV at some point in their lives. And while that might sound alarming, it's important to note that most HPV infections clear up on their own and do not lead to cancer. But some persist, and it's these persistent infections that can lead to cancer. Now, when we say HPV can cause cancer, we're not just talking about one type of cancer. HPV can cause various types of cancer such as cervical, vaginal, vulvar, penile, anal, and oropharyngeal back-of-the-throat cancers. To give you an idea of how significant this issue is, let's look at some numbers. In the United States alone, HPV causes around 36,000 cases of cancer annually. That's 36,000 too many, wouldn't you agree? This is why understanding HPV is crucial for everyone, irrespective of age or gender. It's more than just knowing about a virus. It's about understanding its potential impact and what we can do to protect ourselves and our loved ones. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could very well be the power to save lives. The tricky thing about HPV is that it often goes unnoticed. This is where the unpredictability of the human papillomavirus, or HPV as it's commonly known, comes into play. One of the most challenging aspects of this virus is its ability to lurk in the shadows of our bodies, often without us even realizing it's there. Let's delve into this a bit more. Most HPV infections are like uninvited guests that leave before they're discovered. They clear up on their own, often without causing any symptoms. This makes it incredibly difficult to detect the virus, and it's not uncommon for people to be completely unaware that they've been infected. However, this is not always the case. In some instances, the virus decides to overstay its welcome. These persistent infections are where things get complicated. The virus can linger in the body, and in some unfortunate cases, it can lead to various forms of cancer. The potential for such severe health consequences highlights the unpredictable nature of HPV. Now, you might be wondering, why is HPV so unpredictable? Well, it's because the virus behaves differently in different bodies. Factors such as a person's immune system, their overall health, and even their genetic makeup can influence how the virus behaves. This can make it difficult for medical professionals to predict who will clear the virus naturally and who might be at risk of developing health complications. But why does this matter? Well, the unpredictability of HPV emphasizes the importance of being proactive in our healthcare. We can't predict how the virus will behave in our bodies, but we can arm ourselves with knowledge and take steps to prevent infection in the first place. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The human papillomavirus is a bit like a game of chance. It's unpredictable, often goes unnoticed, and can have serious long-term health consequences. But remember, being armed with knowledge about HPV can help us take the necessary preventive measures. Prevention is better than cure, especially when it comes to HPV. This old adage rings particularly true when we talk about the human papillomavirus. A common virus, HPV, can lead to a number of cancers, but we have a powerful weapon in our arsenal against it. That weapon is the HPV vaccine. The HPV vaccine, a marvel of modern medicine, has been proven to be effective in preventing the virus. It's designed to arm your immune system against the most common types of HPV that cause cancers. In essence, it's like training your body's defense system to recognize and defeat the enemy before it even has a chance to cause harm. Now, you might be wondering, when is the best time to get this vaccine? The answer is, the earlier, the better. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recommends that children receive their first dose of the HPV vaccine at ages 11 to 12. Why so early, you ask? Well, the vaccine is most effective when given before exposure to the virus, which can happen through intimate skin-to-skin contact during sexual activity. But don't worry if you're past that age. The vaccine can still be beneficial for older teens and young adults. However, keep in mind that the earlier the vaccine is received, the more effective it can be. It's a bit like learning a language. The younger you are, the easier it is to pick up. What's more, the HPV vaccine isn't just for girls. Boys can and should get vaccinated too. We all have a part to play in stopping the spread of this virus and protecting ourselves and others from the potential consequences. In the United States alone, HPV causes around 36,000 cases of cancer each year. That's 36,000 too many. The HPV vaccine can drastically reduce this number and save countless lives. So if you haven't already, consider getting the HPV vaccine. It's a simple step that can have a profound impact on your health and your future. Remember, prevention is always better than cure. The HPV vaccine is a powerful tool in preventing HPV-related cancers. So, how can we stay vigilant against a virus that often goes unnoticed? The answer lies in regular health checks. When it comes to combating HPV, proactive health measures are our best defense. By making regular appointments with your healthcare provider, you can detect HPV and the early signs of related cancers before they become a major concern. Regular health checks are crucial because many HPV-related conditions, such as cervical cancer, can develop without any noticeable symptoms. By the time symptoms do appear, the condition may have already progressed to a more serious stage. However, with regular checkups, healthcare professionals can identify potential issues early and take appropriate action. Among the tests that can detect HPV or its complications, Pap tests and HPV tests play a significant role. A Pap test, also known as a Pap smear, is a procedure that collects cells from the cervix to screen for cervical cancer. An HPV test, on the other hand, looks for the presence of high-risk HPV strains that might lead to cervical cancer. Even if you've been vaccinated against HPV, it's essential to continue with these regular screenings. The vaccine is a powerful tool in preventing HPV, but it doesn't protect against all strains of the virus. Regular screenings can help ensure that any potential health issues are caught early. The frequency of these tests depends on several factors, including your age and health history. Your healthcare provider can give you the best advice on how often you should be tested. However, as a general rule, women should start having Pap tests at the age of 21, and those over 30 should also have an HPV test every 5 years. Don't let the stealthy nature of HPV put your health at risk. Regular health checks are a small investment of time that can pay off significantly in maintaining your health and well-being. They are your first line of defense against HPV and the health complications it can cause. Remember, early detection can significantly increase the chances of successful treatment. Don't delay, schedule your next health checkup today. In the battle against HPV, we all have a role to play. Let's recall our journey through this complex realm of human papillomavirus, a common yet unpredictable virus that can, in certain cases, lead to cancer. We've learned that this virus, primarily transmitted through intimate skin-to-skin contact, possesses the ability to impact tens of thousands of lives annually, with around 36,000 cases of HPV-related cancers reported each year in the United States alone. We also delved into the world of prevention, exploring the HPV vaccine, a powerful tool recommended for children between the ages of 11 and 12. This vaccine, administered in 2 doses, is most effective when given before exposure to the virus, providing a protective shield against the potential health risks posed by HPV. Moreover, we've highlighted the crucial role of regular health checks. These routine visits to healthcare providers are integral to early detection and treatment of HPV-related conditions, reinforcing the significance of proactive healthcare in our lives. Now, armed with this knowledge, it's time for us to step into our roles in this battle. We can contribute to the fight against HPV by ensuring the children in our lives receive the recommended HPV vaccination. We can schedule regular health checks for ourselves and our loved ones, promoting early detection and treatment. But our role doesn't stop there. Sharing this knowledge with our friends, families, and communities can have a ripple effect, empowering more people to take preventive measures against HPV. It's through these collective efforts that we can make a tangible difference. Together we can reduce the impact of HPV and create a healthier future.